Hi there, Dr. Sheep here. Welcome back to our TGIF Talks, episode 110. I'm joined with my co-host, Anonymous Phil.
Mm-hmm.
Let's roll the
Yeah.
intro. Well, I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. It is now the week after Thanksgiving, and it's almost December. We had our first snow, at least here in Lincoln, that accumulated and then will melt tomorrow, or like 2 days from now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it didn't really accumulate on the concrete.
No, it accumulated in the grass, but
Yeah.
it'll be gone within a day or two, so... I had to go out and put ice melt down for work, so I'd say it did something. It did something. I had to do something about it, so that qualifies as it's a pain in my butt already.
Yeah.
But it was better than just sitting inside, so I'll say that much. So, what did you... how do I put this? What did you think of Thanksgiving on Sunday?
Like any other Thanksgiving in the past?
Yeah, I mean, nothing really interesting happens there at Thanksgiving.
I mean, well, you get together, you eat, and you talk.
That chicken was
And,
greasy.
and you try not to make them think any worse of you than they did before you met them.
Yeah, that chicken was greasy as hell.
I think you failed at that.
I strive to make them think.
They always seem to think less of you after Thanksgiving than before they met you.
That's what I strive for.
That's what you strive for.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that was a goal. I didn't know that's what you intended, but okay.
You have to lower their expectations.
Okay.
Remember, this is how
No,
you have
because
to get...
eventually you get to the point where you're like my brother, and the expectations are so low, you don't even bother showing up.
And nobody cares, nobody asks except me. You notice that? Nobody asks. Hey, where's Kyle? Nope, I am the only person that asks where your brother is.
No, my uncle asked, and
oh, he did?
my aunt. Yeah, well, you weren't around. It was when I first got there. You were talking to, our aunt, and the uncles or whatever came over like, hey, so where's your brother at?
Not wanting to be here.
He intended on working specifically at this time.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was already scheduled to work at that time, or if he asked if he could be worked at that time so he could have an excuse not to go. But
he would have had to have requested it because this was sent like 2 months. This was sent like a month ago.
No, but that is also his normal working time, though. So I don't know.
True.
I think he just didn't take it off. He definitely did not put in a request for it off.
Oh, he absolutely did not. Now, is he putting a request in for the 23rd and the 24th?
No, he said he's not even going to bother because he said it's super busy and his manager's going to need him.
So it's going to be you and I then.
Yeah, it'll be you and I. He said he's not even going to bother trying to get it off.
Excellent. Well, we can get a propane heater then. And shove it in the bag.
You can get a what?
We can get a propane heater, or maybe we can build some sort of shelter to keep ourselves warm.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, we'll go to Mullen. And I'm like, are you insane? Next topic.
Well, I'm thinking, we go out there. We do like what we did. Was it 2 years ago? Last year or whatever? We sit in the truck and watch Snoopy till it gets dark, and then if it's clear, we go out there and sit out for an hour till we feel like we've seen enough shooting stars, and then we leave.
Well, I mean, the peak is the night before we go, though. That's the thing. Why don't we just go to Friend?
Yeah.
Go to Friend. Good enough.
Well, Both nights?
Well, I mean, we could go 2 nights in a row. I don't think there's
I
any.
don't care.
It's cheaper, and it's better, and especially in the case if it's going to be cloudy
Yeah,
or
because
really
ideally,
cold.
because the plan was to go the best night. That way we can stay up there as late as we want and not have to work the next morning.
Ah,
I think
I
that's what the plan was, right?
yeah. Well, we never discussed.
Oh, and I'm thinking we try to go to the Alexandria, right? That Bordeaux 2 location.
Yeah, that's where we always go. That's what I mean by friend.
Well, you got to stop saying friend because remember the old friend location?
Yeah, we don't go to that one.
Yeah, I know. Well, I need some way to differentiate between the two. New friend, I call Alexandria.
Oh, good. You know what? We can watch. We can watch Charlie Brown.
Well, yeah, that's what we did 2 years ago or whatever.
Yeah, I'll have to get the old iPad fired up. Too bad I
Charlie
can't.
Brown. Hmm?
Oh, we can watch House. I'll download whatever the next episodes of House are.
Yes, yes, yes.
Of course, who knows how far we'll be on. We're seeming to go through this a lot faster. I don't know why, I don't know how. But we're going through this faster than boys, even though we never finished the boys.
I think it's more entertaining than the boys, if I be honest.
I
I don't know.
think it's
What's your opinion? Do you enjoy House or the boys more?
I think it's less repulsive.
Which one?
A House.
Oh,
So you're less inclined to stop it, think for a minute, like, what the frick did I just watch?
well, yeah. Butcher's an interesting character. He always throws you for a curveball. House is the butcher of the boys.
Well, yeah, he's the main character. That's how that works. And then
I mean, I don't. I wouldn't really say Butcher is the main character of the boys. It's probably
Huey?
Huey.
Okay, I would say then if Butcher is House, I would say Huey is Cameron.
Huey's, yeah, like a side character, not like a main character, but someone that interacts a lot with the main character. I don't know. I don't know if there's a name for that.
Well, no, because, like, Cameron is always, thinking about. Well, actually, that's Wilson. Okay, Huey's Wilson. Talking
Well,
about.
no, I was thinking more like personality. Like Butcher's personality is House.
Right. I mean, yeah.
100%. I mean,
I'm kind of curious. What is Billy? What is Billy
IQ.
Butcher's not
What are you looking
personality
up?
type?
Oh,
Oh, no, 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 no. He is not like House. He is not like House.
then why do they seem? They seem
Well,
to
okay,
both just be the
they're
type to
different,
just not
except
give a
so they're
what?
different on one. They're one letter different.
Okay, no, I mean that's why they're so similar.
Right. So
That one letter.
House is an INTJ.
Hmm.
I think that makes him the rarest personality type. One of the
Okay.
rarest. And then
Uh-huh.
House. Yeah, House is an INTJ. Billy
Uh-huh.
is an ISTJ.
IS. So difference between INTJ and ISTJ. So what's the difference between N and S?
So S is sensory and N is intuitive.
Okay, well, what do those two mean?
I'm working on it. I'm trying to pull up both at the same time. Okay. Interesting. Wait a minute. I'm actually wait. What was Wilson? I feel like was Wilson an ISTJ? They added so many of these to here. Okay, he's not. Okay. So the ISTJ is the logistician. and then House is the architect. He's an INTJ.
Okay, but like, what do those personalities correlate with in terms of like how you would interact with them or whatnot, or like what they do in social situations
So the
or. Oop,
ISTJ is someone with the introverted, observant thinking and judging. Oh, sorry. S is observant. I thought it was sensing.
I what? I have no idea what you're saying right now.
Okay. So the logistician,
Sensory?
the ISTJ, is the introverted, observant thinking, judging. I thought it was. Doesn't matter.
Well,
Point is,
sensory could be what it stands for.
okay. These people tend to be reserved, yet willful with a rational outlook on life. They compose their actions carefully and carry them out with methodical purpose. Reserved? How is. Okay. I guess most people don't perfectly match a type. Like, I don't perfectly match an ENTJ. I kind of match between INTJ and ENTJ. I match kind of somewhere in between there. And sometimes I have other uh, perks of other personalities. So not everybody, you don't fall perfectly into these things. So Willie isn't, so Willie, uh, Billy isn't exactly reserved. But logisticians pride themselves on their integrity. People with this personality type mean what they say, and when they commit to doing something, they make sure they follow through. Yep, that sounds like Billy Butcher, all right. He's not very.
Mm.
He's very common though. This personality type makes up a good portion of the overall population. While logisticians may be more particularly flashy or attention-seeking, they do have more than their fair share to keep society on a sturdy, stable foundation. And their families and their communities, logisticians often earn respect for their reliability, their practicality, and the ability to stay grounded and logical, even in the most stressful situations. Yep, that's, yeah, most of that matches, Billy, Bill, gosh, of Butcher. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's look at House. The architect is a person with the introverted, intuitive, thinking, and judging personality traits. These thoughtful tacticians love perfecting the details of life, applying creativity and rationality to everything they do. Their inner world is often a private, complex one. It can only be it can be lonely at the top as one of the rarest personality types and one of the most capable. Architects know this all too well. Rational and quick-witted architects pride themselves on their ability to think for themselves, not to mention their uncanny knack for seeing right through phoniness and hypocrisy. But because their minds are never at rest, architects may struggle to find people who keep up with their nonstop analysis of everything around them.
That sounds like me.
Uh, you're not an INTJ. I know that for a fact.
No. That quality of N.
Oh, intuitive? Not observant? Let me tickle.
Whatever the last one you just read. That sounds like me.
Well, we can find out here. Oh, this is not what I want to show. Do not show that. Well, alright, I guess I'm going to have to cut that out. You are an IFTJ. So you are an N.
So I am an N. Yeah, I was gonna say that N that you're reading sounds like me.
You and Kyle have the same personality type.
What? Me and my brother?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's something that I've noticed, something that I don't think he will admit, just because he wants to be different. But I have definitely noticed a lot of qualities in him that I see in myself.
You know
Just
what's
because of like the way that he talks about certain things and his opinions about certain things align with me.
You want to know something that's really crazy? Myself Will, the last time he took this, I'm curious. I'd like to have Will retake this personality test because it's been.
Why did he fail? Or has he changed? Oh, oh yeah, 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 yeah. How has having a woman in his life changed him?
I will definitely like to have him. It's unlikely it would change. Mine didn't change at all in high school. Um,
No, no, I'm betting having a woman in his life changed him. Changed his viewpoints and how he acts in certain situations.
I mean, this would literally change him down to his core, though. Your personality's hard to change.
Hey, well, women can change a man.
I mean, because, like, the thing, not your personality, though, because your personality is more of a guideline for how you can act. You can still have free will and still
Well, no,
move the
it
chords
depends how.
around differently.
It's like what? No, it depends how submissive, like easily changeable you are.
Yeah.
If he always gives in, just to please her. So I think that's what I'm trying to say.
Well, not if he still has my personality type, because him, myself, and my own brother, we all have the same personality type.
All four letters.
Yep. I don't know
Wow.
about the fifth one. We might be a little different on the fifth one. But we're
Wait, how
all
similar are you and
ENTJs.
I?
There's a fifth
What?
one, but that changes, like, that literally can change on the day.
Wait, what are you?
An ENTJ, the commander.
And what am I?
You are a. Where did you go? There you are. You're an IFTJ. So let's go read about yours. We've done this once before on the podcast.
ENTJIF.
So I am an ENTJ. We'll read about mine. So, the commander is someone with the extroverted, intuitive thinking, and judging personality traits. They are decisive people who love momentum and accomplishment. They gather information to construct their creative visions, but rarely hesitate for long before acting on them. Commanders are natural-born leaders. People with this personality type embody the gifts of charisma and confidence. They project authority in a way that draws crowds together behind a common goal. However, commanders are also characterized by an often ruthless level of rationality, using their drive, determination, and sharp minds to achieve whatever end they've set for themselves. Perhaps it's the best that they make up only 3% of the population, lest they overwhelm the more timid and sensitive personality types that make up much of the rest of the world. But we have commanders to thank for many of the businesses and institutions we take for granted today. Now, let's take a look at yours here, shall we? I'm racking up lots. I don't want the test. I just want to look and see. What did we say you were? An INFJ. Let's take a look here. INFJ. The mediator. The mediator is someone that possesses the the introverted, intuitive, feeling, and prospecting personality traits. These are rare personality types to be quiet, open-minded, and imaginative, and apply a caring and creative approach to everything they do. Although they may seem quiet or unassuming. Okay, whatever. Mediators have vibrant, passionate inner lives, creative and imaginative. They are happy. They happily lose themselves in daydreams, inventing all sorts of stories and conversations in their mind. These personality types are known for their sensitivity. Mediators can have profound emotional responses to music, art, nature, and people around them. Idealistic and empathetic. What?
That's me.
This is you.
Yeah, I was gonna say this sounds like me.
Idealistic and empathetic meteors long for deep, soulful relationships, and they feel called to help others. But because this personality type makes up such a small portion of the population, meteors may sometimes feel lonely or invisible, adrift in a world that doesn't seem to appreciate the traits that make them unique.
Fair enough.
I have some of those traits, i.e., I get lost in my own daydreams.
Well, yeah, that was the part that caught my ear.
But I'm also just ruthlessly rational, so I don't fit. It's like, yeah, I get lost in my daydreams, but I am not sensitive. A little bit of a difference.
So you're not a people pleaser.
Oh, no. As a commander, I get people to please me.
No. Yeah, so you're not a people pleaser. You don't seek the approval of others.
No, I seek the approval of myself more than anything.
So basically, if someone talks bad about you, there's two main ways to go about this. Or one, you just don't give a crap what they say, or two, you feel heartbroken inside if they'd say something like that, and you try to think about all the scenarios in which would have given them that sort of perspective on you. Which one is more like you, the first or the second?
You have to repeat them. Sorry, I was reading it.
So I guess the two main things with people please that come to me, if someone talks bad about you, right? Do you either A, just don't give a crap about what they say and just ignore it and move on with your life? Or do you think on it and contemplate about all the situations that you might have acted with them around that would have given them that interpretation of you?
Yeah, depends.
Depends.
So sometimes I'll have that initial response where I'm like, what the hell did I ever do to you to cause that such a thing?
Yeah, and so you start to really think about.
I'll think about it, and then when I realize I can't figure it out, and I'll ask them, like, what did I do? They'll tell me. I'm like, yeah, you're a freaking idiot, and then just move on.
Yes, but see that quality of thinking on it and not being able to let it go is what I call a people pleaser.
I mean,
you seek the approval of others before you can move on.
I mean,
with your life.
Like I said, it depends on the person. Like,
well, yeah, exactly. It depends on which is why I said these are the two main perspectives that someone could have on this.
Most of the time,
I mean, there's probably others, but they don't come to mind at the moment.
Most of I think it depends on the person and depends on what they're viewing me as. If they're viewing me as something that I know I'm not, that bugs me.
Yeah.
But if they're like, this guy's a complete and total a-hole, I'm like, yeah, whatever.
You're like, whatever, or you're like,
yep.
What did I do? Like,
nope.
Try to think about the situation when you interacted with them that would have given you that.
If somebody calls me a prick, fair enough. I'm like, I probably did something. If somebody calls me an a-hole or calls me a prick, I'm like, yeah, I kind of figured.
Figures?
Yeah.
And what if they said that about you, like, within your first month of working at a new job?
I've had people...
You'd be very sensitive to it, right?
No.
You'd be like...
Not within a month.
No?
No, because it's like, I know who I am. I know how I act. And truth be told, I don't even control it. When it comes to
I guess I just say within the first month, because usually, with a month it's too early to get fired. So you'd be quite sensitive what others think about you within your first month, because you want to give a first impression so you can keep that job.
Okay, so
because obviously 2 or 3 years down the line, you sort of have gained this seniority aspect to the point that they know the work that you can perform and they know your quality of work. So you know that, whatever they say isn't really going to get you fired because of all the other, shit you've done in the past. That's minimal.
So Menards is kind of how I started this personality type thing. Because what I learned was when I first started, This was my
Mhm.
first job ever. And
Yeah.
like one of the old GMs I remember was talking to my manager. This is like 2 years after he left. He left before I even got like 3 months into the job. He was like, "Oh, is Quiet Doc still there or whatever?" He's like, "Quiet."
Oh, quiet.
Yeah, I was quiet. I was just very mindful. I was just like learning, trying to figure things out, and things were a bit different. As to why that changed when going to the bank, I'll have no idea.
Hmm.
But no, when I started at Menards, I was, at least for them, very quiet. Maybe I was quiet at the bank too, but it's just comparative to literally everybody else. No. So, but that's what got me on this path because when I heard that, I was like, whoa. And now I have to, I'd have customers, and this always bothered me when customers would be like, did he really just say that to me? Because I'll say something, not even think about what I said. And they're like, hey, that guy over there's kind of a jerk. And they're like, oh, he's not meaning to do that. That's just the way he is. And that's what they kind of figured out was, I don't mean to be an asshole. That's just like it came down to my ruthless rationality and not giving two shits about what people say about me. And so I don't think about what I'm doing. I just say what comes to my head and keep going. And I don't think about, are these people going to respond to this in a good way?
Yeah.
I just give it out how it is. You know, I'm like, that would be a stupid decision. I'm like, oh yeah, you could do this, this, and that, but if you do this, that's a stupid decision. You want to do something else. I could say that, Menards. I can't say that now. But anyways, so back to Billy and Butcher and House. Yes, they. So as we're Butcher is definitely, they're very similar. It's just that as where House has literally no feelings whatsoever, Butcher actually has feelings. That makes sense. I think House even shows up in the INTJs. Okay, Elon Musk is an INTJ. I kind of forget about that. Oh, I forgot Walter's an INTJ. Walter White.
Hmm.
Oh, no. House doesn't show up on this one. It's the consular. I think that's what it is. And the consul, I think that's the one that Wilson shows up as. Let me look. Because they actually do have, they don't have House, but they had Wilson, they got Cuddy. Maybe he's the advocate? Oh, I can't remember which one he was. Yeah. Wilson's an advocate. Yep. Do I know any advocates? Do I know any Wilsons? INFJ. That sounds like the most basic freaking personality type on the face of the world. On the
What
face of
is the
the.
most basic?
Huh?
What is the most basic?
Actually, sorry, it's not. Because if I remember correctly, what's her face? She's an ISTJ. Those are the most basic. I do not know any Wilsons, no. I know some people that are close, but they're sensories. They're not, yeah, wow. I know people that are complete, like, they're introverted, sensitive feeling and judgmental and judging. I don't know. Instead of perceivers, not perceivers, perspective. Fascinating. Anyways. Oh no, I did know an INFJ. Is that the one I said? Is that what Wilson was? Yes, I did know somebody back at Menards. The part-timer that had been there for like 10 years. He was
How many people did you give this to? How many people did you have to do this test?
I have in the Foggy Studio 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. That's including myself. And I've actually got two more. I had two more people at my current work that have taken it that I need to add to this. And I want Will to retake it. I'm sure he'll get this. Actually, well, now that he's an officer on the FFA thing, I'm sure he actually has just recently retaken it, and I'm sure he knows. Anyways,
have you ever considered retaking it?
Retaking it? I mean, this was what, a year or two ago? I doubt it's changed. I mean, I still pretty much align with this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know who I align with?
Who?
Steve Jobs, Gordon Ramsay, FDR.
Oh, does it tell you celebrities of each one?
Yeah.
Oh, who do I align with?
You are... What were you again?
So INFJ.
INFJ. Let's take a look here.
What did you say?
INFJ.
INFJ.
What? Hold on. What? You were not. What? That can't be it. Hold on. I might have misread. Oh, no. You guys are both advocates. You're both Wilsons. You and your brother.
Me and my brother are advocates.
Yeah, you guys are advocates. Did I misread?
Who else? Who like major celebrities or?
Okay, well, a Wilson is an advocate.
Sure.
Did I misread this? Hold on. What? Did I misread this? Advocates of the rarest personality type. Oh. I must. What? Oh. What? Oh, wait. Hold on. I may have read something wrong. What did I say you guys were before?
I don't recall. You'd have to go back.
I'd have to go back. I think I might have I think I misread it.
But I am an INFJ.
Yes, that's you're an advocate. Okay.
And that's the rarest?
Yeah, listen to this. I misread whatever I said before, I misread it. You're not whatever that was. Maybe I did say advocate. I just don't remember. Who knows? An advocate is they tend to approach life with a deep thoughtfulness and imagination. Their inner vision and personal values are quiet, principled vision of humanism guide them in all things. Advocates may be the rarest personality type of all, but they certainly leave their mark on the world. Idealistic and principled, they aren't content to coast through life. They want to stand up and make a difference for advocate personalities.
Oh, here we go. Martin Luther King, Nelson Mandela, Mother Teresa, Marie Kondo, Lady Gaga, Nicole Kidman, Morgan Freeman, Goethe? Who's Goethe? Jon Snow? Where's it go?
James Wilson.
Oh. Is that? One go. Sorry. Yeah, Wilson.
Huh. You're Atticus
Paragon.
Finch.
Hmm?
Oh, you need to watch. To Kill a Mockingbird. You're also Matthew Murdock from Daredevil.
Hmm.
Huh? You're popular in pop culture. It seems they like to have advocates. I guess
Hmm.
I didn't take him for an. He's an advocate. Huh? How about that? Okay, back to what it was saying about you guys, since we must have misread the wrong one earlier.
Well, because I was curious, because what you were reading before, though, I said that sounded like me.
I don't know what
Were
I
you
was
reading
reading.
individual letters, or what were you reading?
I don't know what I was reading. Anyways, are the rarest personality type. They content to coast through life. They want to stand up, make a difference. For advocate personality types, success doesn't come from money or status, but from seeking fulfillment, helping others, and being a force for good in the world. While they have lofty goals and ambitions, advocates shouldn't be mistaken for idle dreamers. People with this personality type care about integrity, and they're rarely satisfied until they've done what they know to be right. Consciousness to the core, they move through life with a clear sense of their values, and they aim to never lose sight of what truly matters, not according to other people or society at large, but according to their own wisdom and that words language speaking. What did I read before?
You're talking about like daydreaming and stuff.
Did I hit? Did I hit console?
What were you reading as far as like daydreaming and stuff like that?
Let me. Maybe it was console. Nope, nope. This is not. Nope, they're not. That is not what I read before. Not mediators. Yeah, mediator. I read
That's the
mediator before.
oh
No surprise. It's an INFP. Um, you're an INFJ. So very similar. It's very possible that you and Kyle both teeter on the edge between judging and perceiving.
yeah. Did it
Perspective.
give a percentage when it did this?
Yeah.
Well, I'm kind of curious. I don't know if I have the picture because I remember I'm pretty sure I took a picture of the percentage and all that.
Yeah. I don't have it saved. Not that I'm aware of.
Well, at least I thought I remembered taking a picture of it.
Yeah, I must have just misclicked. No, you are a advocate. How did I hit? I guess they're right next to each other. So you're also referenced as diplomats,
Hmm.
and I am an analyst. That makes sense, doesn't
Yeah.
it? It's interesting, right? How so? Wilson and House are best friends in the show. He's an advocate, and House is an INTJ. We're best. Well, I consider you my best friend, anyways. And I'm an ENTJ, and you're an IFTJ, an IFJ, INFJ. Jesus. So, why do these two? That can't be friendships. Uh. Blah 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 blah. Dead air. Dead air. Dead air. What is? We can see. I guess. Purse type compatibility.
Oh, now you sound like one of them.
No, no, no. It's a personality
It's
compatibility
like,
chart.
oh, what's your star sign? We didn't know if we can be friends. Now it's like what? I need to know your personality type to know if we can be friends. What the hell is this?
No, it's a very because somebody we'll take a look here. ENTJ. All right. So, what did I say you were?
Oh my gosh.
I can't.
Uh, you
INFJ.
said INFJ.
Let's
Yeah,
take a look here.
advocate.
INF. Oh, fair. We get the lowest rating. Oh,
The lowest mutual ability or whatever.
we have the lowest rating.
Nice, nice. See, I told you it's completely meaningless.
Well,
The,
like you
the
said
letters mean
though,
nothing.
had it not been for this YouTube thing, we wouldn't talk to each other that much. We wouldn't hang out. Who the
Yeah,
heck's
yeah, we were talking about that last week.
yeah, INFP. Who the heck do I know anybody that's an INFP? Maybe this is why my life sucks. I haven't actually found somebody uh that I properly get along with.
INFP. What is INFP?
That is the personality type that I get along with the most.
But like, what is it?
Hold on. Or an ENFP. Do I know any ENFPs? No. I don't know anybody with this.
What is an ENFP? It's a extroverted, intuitive, feeling, perceiving. The campaigner. Someone with extroverted, intuitive, feeling, and
Oh.
prospecting personality
Oh.
traits.
I also
They
get a,
embrace big ideas that reflect a sense of hope and goodwill.
I I also
This does not really sound like me.
I also get along with House.
Outgoing, open-hearted, open-minded,
Oh.
upbeat approach. Stand out in any crowd. I more or less get hidden in any crowd.
How am I supposed to get along with these people?
But even though they can be the life of the party, campaigners don't just care about having a good time. Their personality types run deep, as does their longing for meaningful emotional connections with other people.
How am I
Friendly,
supposed to
outgoing,
be compatible with this person?
they have rich, vibrant inner lives. Yeah, no.
How am
Healthy
I
dose of imagination, creativity, and curiosity.
I mean, I can see like certain aspects like
They can't help but ponder the deepened meaning and significance of life. Suppose, maybe. Even when they should be paying attention to something else. So easily distractible. That would be me. They believe that everything and everyone is connected, and what they live for, the glimmers of insight that they can gain into these connections.
this is interesting. So, I'm supposed to get along with INFPs and ENFPs, but they do
They
not get along.
struggle with self-discipline, consistency, losing steam on projects that once meant so much to them.
How am I supposed to get along with these people? I mean, yes, I can
Wait, yeah.
understand.
So your perfect person is someone that struggles with self-discipline. They can't see stuff to the end, and they once were the last glimmer of hope, and now they don't have any hope for their own life. Oh, maybe they
No
don't have any hope for their
wonder.
own life.
No
They have
wonder.
no hope for their own life.
No wonder I was friends with the water bottle for so long.
They seek out life's joys and pleasure. Wait, they're proof that seeking out life's joys and pleasures isn't the same as being shallow. People with this personality type can be transformed from impassionate idealists to carefree figures on the dance floor. Dance floor?
Dance
I'm
floor? I
guessing
don't
that's a
dance.
figure of speech.
Must be. I don't dance.
Neither do I. They want to
Let's.
connect emotionally with others. Few things matter more to these people, to these personality types, than having genuine, heartfelt conversations with the people they cherish.
So what's interesting about this?
I mean, there's hit and miss aspects of this that I like.
Oh,
Hit and
okay.
miss,
So
not
okay.
not many.
Here's what's interesting about this.
Yeah.
I would get along with them, but they would not get along with me.
What? That doesn't mean what?
Polarizing. I love it.
What? That's crazy. So I would think that a
Polarizing.
personality types that are mutually compatible, meaning both parties benefit.
Well,
This is
the
like
only one I
one
can see there.
enjoys the others, but the other does not enjoy them.
Well, the only one I can see there is
They read far too much into people's actions and behaviors
who?
instead of simply asking for an explanation. They
Well,
end up getting puzzled over someone else's desires or intentions.
I could definitely see how I would like these types of people.
Social stress keeps them awake at night.
Oh, see that doesn't keep me awake. See, and that's what it's what they stress about, which is why they wouldn't like me because I don't stress about those things.
Exactly. Yeah.
However, the parts that they're broken, their broken personality parts are the parts that my personality part likes to build.
Ah.
So, like the no self-discipline, my personality type has self-discipline.
Mm-hmm.
So, as where they're completely depressed and broken, I'd be like, hey, let's pick things up. Let's improve things. Let's make life better. Now, I do have a personality type that gets along with me, and I get along with them.
Mm-hmm. See, the part about losing steam. See, I'm more or less the type that I have to see something to the end once I start it, but the problem is getting started. I procrastinate getting started because I know how much work it'll take, and I know I'm the type that once I start, I have to finish it, you know? And so it's like I don't want to start it because I know I can't finish it, and so it's the trouble getting started. But once I get started, I'm seeing it to the end and through.
Yeah, I get that. Oh, okay. So, your personality type. Interesting. So, my personality type doesn't like you.
Oh.
But your personality type, interestingly enough, your only people that you're most compatible with are people like me. I love that.
My only friends are people like you, but the people like you don't like me. Yes, perfect.
Oh, what you do like ENFPs?
The only people that I enjoy being around are your personality type, but your personality type does not like me.
You
Yes.
you do like
Yes.
ENFPs, and ENFPs do like you.
Oh, okay.
So you
Oh,
guys can get along.
that's the campaigner. That's what I just read.
Yeah, you guys would get along.
Interesting.
You guys would mutually get along.
And there's certain aspects I don't appreciate though.
Yeah, you fill each other's holes. That's why you get along.
What? I thought it'd be more like this is like the yeah, what I lack they have, but it seems to me like I should be more or less in sync, peaks with peaks, troughs with troughs. The things I am good at are the things they're good at, and so we have something in common. This is like the complete opposite.
Which
What I don't have, they have, and so it fills my gaps.
is
But it
interesting.
seems to me that would be irritating because it's just like why do you care so much about that? I don't give a shit about that. Why do you care so much? And it feels like it would just be like, whatever, you do your own thing, and we wouldn't get along. Like it'd be like they're off in their own little world, but we won't really get along. I would need someone that aligns with me, and what my strengths are their strengths, and so we have something to converse about. And the things that I lack in, I don't give a shit about. And so I don't care about those things. I don't care if there's holes in those parts of my life because, like I said, I don't care. And so that personality type that also doesn't care would be something that we have in common. Relatable. I question what they mean by compatibility.
I don't know. However, I will say that what completes me, interestingly enough, is me.
Yes. You need someone like you.
Almost. I will say that so personality types
So
they
it seems to me
only
like the perfect personality types, in my opinion, would be something that matches like three letters,
they're
with the exception of the first, because the first one is either introvert or extrovert. I think they should either be whatever you are, so introvert or extrovert, and the other three, and then two other letters need to match as well.
so
That would be my opinion.
according to
So
this
three of the four
chart.
letters need to match, and one of those three letters needs to be the introvert or extrovert.
So according to this chart, no.
I know that's what they're saying.
So
That's what
on
they're
this,
saying.
chart is it with it, I think it probably depends on the personality type though. Some extroverted personality types versus their introverted personality type, like those last three letters, could be
But it just
polar
confuses
opposites.
me. It just confuses me though. Obviously it's on a grade. It's on a spectrum.
Right.
So if someone's an extrovert, they're not completely all the way at the far end extrovert. They have some introverted qualities in them, which is why they get along with the introverts.
Right. So
But they're not
according
a
to
complete extrovert.
so the
Not
thing
100%.
so the thing with this chart is you don't you're only so like you only get a great compatibility instead of a very high with your exact personality type. For the most part, from what it seems. However, I guess, see, the thing is, so for my personality type, we get along great with INTJs, and INTJs get along great with us, which makes perfect sense. I could totally get along with an INTJ. Absolutely.
Yeah.
We would, honest to God, we would get lost in each other's thoughts and just
Yeah.
prospects.
Yeah. We each take each other for a ride.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Mentally.
We would wrestle yes, it would be, we would mentally wear each other out. Absolutely. Who? Yeah, because Outback is an INTJ. Now, granted, when he takes the personality test, he has a hard time clearing his mind about what the end result's going to be, and so he knows how to cherry pick it. And so it's hard for him to actually get a proper response, which probably fits the INTJ, to be honest. The INTJ, they're that smart of people.
Yeah.
They are the smartest personality type.
The what one?
INTJs typically on when it comes to IQs, they are the smartest personality type. On average, people with the highest IQs are more likely to have that personality type than other personality types.
That's the architect.
Now, my personality type would be second. However, extroverted people are so much dumber than I think.
Introvert.
No, not introverts. It's because it's
What?
so it goes INTJ and then some other personality type and then ENTJs. It's because the difference in letter swapping,
Hmm.
I think it's S. I think the difference in which you swap between an S and an N is less than the difference between an E and an I.
Where did you read this at?
It's been years. Let me see if I can find it.
Oh, INTJ, INTP, ENFJ, ESTJ. What was I again? Noise.
Q.
Yes.
This doesn't help me. This is genius. We don't want this.
According to this, I'm sixth. 6 out of 16. About average.
Let
You're
me.
about average.
Personality types. I'm trying to find them. There's these new ones though. They do not match. They're stating a little bit differently. But these are geniuses. So if we're looking at geniuses here, so the most hold on, these numbers also don't make any sense. What? ENFP? What? How would an ENFP have the highest personality type percent? See, that's the issue. These, I don't think these are accounting for actual, uh, the percentages in the population, though. See, that's my issue.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can say, oh, yeah, INTPs or whatever have the most geniuses or whatever. However, that doesn't mean that they are. That doesn't mean that means that they're.
Well, to
That
me, what the way we define intelligence today, based off IQ,
is wrong.
I no, that's not. Well, that's not where I'm going. The way we define it today would be those that are deep thinkers, ones that are good at abstract thinking, because that's what the IQ tests. When you
Right.
take an IQ test, it tests abstract thinking, problem solving skills,
Okay. So,
which
yeah.
align with those personality types. So those personality types would naturally have high IQs on average because of how we define IQ. Because of how the IQ test is structured.
So, according to this site,
So any
INTPs are number
so
one.
to me it'd be I can't, I'd have to read more into it to say which one should be higher than the rest. But to me, any of them that have to do that in some way, shape, or form are good abstract thinkers, love puzzles and problem solving. Those personality types would score relatively high or than average on IQ tests.
See
In my
this.
opinion, that's what it would seem
See
to suggest.
this. this site doesn't make any sense because they've got. So you see, there's a pattern here. Okay, INT, INT, INT are at the top.
What? INT, yes. Okay. Okay, so the last four can change.
So the first two, it's INTP, it's INT and INT. So you have INTPs are number one, INTJs are number two, and then it's ISTJ, which breaks their model. How is an ISTJ high? How is that third? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
It would
ideally. What were the first two?
Huh?
What were the first two?
So the first two were INTP and INTJ.
Yeah, so they have that T. The T is thinking, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, why would an ISTJ be the next one? Ideally, it would be an ISTP, right? Because if P's are at the top in the first half, which makes me think
ISTJ is a logistician.
Right. Those
introverted, observant, thinking. Well, they still have a T in there.
Well, no. I know, but why is the J? Why is it an ISTP? Why is it an ISTJ?
Yes, so I would expect what
According to how their data starts, here's how I would expect it to go. INTP, INTJ, ISTP, and then I don't know what the fourth one would be. The fourth one should be ISTJ, or it could be ENTJ. They still have me.
So ISTP, ISTJ.
ISTP would make more sense. In my personally, it would make more sense to me for that to be third, and then me and ISTJ battling out for fourth. However, an ISTP doesn't even freaking an ISTP. They're ninth. An ESTP comes ahead of
I
them.
want to see these in a table. No, I think I'm going to make a table.
This thing sucks. This is not...
They don't have these... Well, they have, like, words, and so it's too hard to see in a table. Let's scratch a piece of paper.
Yep. This is by country. I don't care. Okay.
Yeah. This one.
This what? Why did this even Why did this even show up? Okay, which
so
of these
16.
are smart? See, I keep seeing this chart where it has INTP, INTJ, INFP, which, how did a feeler end up at top? I'll never know.
So it's got to be 4. It's got to be a 4x4 because there's 16.
How did you... INTJ,
No.
ENTP, what? All of these are... They all conflict. I mean, some of these places present the same ones, but then others just... They're completely just... ISTP, ISFP. Oh, these aren't even... You're not even ranking these... Logical, naturalist, intelligent. Okay, they're the 9 types of intelligence. Wait IQ. I did this years ago, and I don't remember what I did. And oh my god, I don't even know if this podcast is even entertaining anymore. Just do smartest personality type. Highest IQ. Here we go. Okay. Let's take a look here. What do we got? Did you even tell? You didn't actually. This. What is the point of this? Oh, here we go. Now here's the. Oh, it didn't load in. That's why. All right. What? How does this? What? Okay, so according to this one, it's INTJs, perfect. Then ENTPs. In what world? Then INTPs. Okay. Then INFPs. In what universe? Then INFJs. Then ENTJs. In what universe?
What?
These don't make... In what universe? These... In what universe do this data make sense? Because you should be able to break it down.
Mm-hmm.
This Reddit. Yes, this is the one. This is the thing I'm looking for.
What?
What
are you looking for?
It was it's this graph. But this is...
Oh, can you send it to me? I want to
It's
see.
not quite what I'm looking for.
Oh.
It's still doesn't help. Where do I even fall on this? Oh, there's an ENTJ. Weird. So IQ, we don't rank highest IQ, but rank higher in test scores. Actually, we're pretty much almost dead on plus percentiles on those. Yeah, grades, SAT scores. Yeah, pretty much dead on in the center. But which makes sense. This data makes sense. And again, putting INTJs at the highest on all of these makes absolutely 100% sense. These people are freaking smart. That's all they do is think.
INTJ?
Yes, INTJs. It makes perfect sense the way they're ranked. Anyways, I should probably just end this because they're not. No one's. I don't know where this went. We went off the rails. We ended up talking about personality types on how I'm going to divide this up into parts. But anyways, I don't know. This is a mess. I would like to thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. New podcast every Friday, 12 p.m. Central Time. And good night.